Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Handshake.
Swing. Curtsy.
How do you do?
Curtsy. Ready?
Patty cake.
Oh, okay.
Baker's man.
Oh.
Whoosh. Hi, everybody!
Oh my goodness.
My.
Oh my.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, as am I.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the Way Too Late Show. I'm your host, Kate Zane.
And I'm your host, Kayleen.
Kayleen, I feel like we're being watched or something.
I also feel that. And I feel like it has to do a little something with our live studio audience that we have in here today. So give it up, audience.
Let's give it up for our audience. Woo woo! All right. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the news.
OSU is switching from Google Suite to Office 360. Outlook,
Not so good.
Bill Gates may have lost Melinda in the divorce, but at least he gained OSU. All OSU students will now be forced to use Microsoft Teams. I'm so excited for my laptop to explode.
Me too. Also, all of our content will now be moved from YouTube over to Quibi. Exposure doesn't pay the heating bills, but experience does.
So true. And better yet, what authority does Microsoft have to quarantine my documents? All I wanted was my mom to share a lasagna recipe with me, and now I'm getting pandemic flashbacks? What the heck?
I don't know. The Writers Guild of America is still on strike. The labor union fighting for higher wages, better contracts, and protection against artificial intelligence. Television production has grown rapidly over the past decade as media companies have invested billions into streaming services. Writers have said that their compensation has stagnated.
WGA leaders have said the current system is broken, arguing that the survival of writing as a profession is at stake in this negotiation. I mean, AI could never write a Sylvia Plath book as well as us.
Never. This has been the most significant hit to Hollywood since the pandemic. I mean, hell, our writers don't even get paid. We keep them in the writing dungeon next to the editing chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I spent a lot of time there.
Well, you got free today, so.
Yeah, I got free. They let me out of my cage.
This summer, Barbie and Oppenheimer face off as they both premiere on July 21st. We have the two most anticipated movies of the year competing head-to-head at the box office. One movie is about one of the most notable and influential figures of the 20th century, directed by an Oscar-nominated and highly celebrated director, and the other is Oppenheimer.
Journalist and well-known racist Steve Saylor said that both films coming out on the same day shouldn't be that big of a deal. According to Saylor, quote, Barbie fans aren't really into I am become death destroyer of worlds, end quote. It's obvious he's never been a teenage girl, ever.
So which pill are you gonna take, Kate? Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Barbie.
Good choice, good choice.
Barbie. Barbie all the way.
King Charles had his coronation recently. He became the oldest person to ascend to the British throne at the ripe old age of 73 with his wife Camilla by his side. This pair proves that if you just wait long enough, you too could be the world's #1 side piece.
Yes, King Charles is 73, but I'd say he doesn't look a day over 100.
He's looking good.
He's looking pretty mighty fine. The nation's leaders remain at odds ahead of June 1st deadline to raise the national debt limit. Their failure to act could throw the nation into default and plunge the economy into recession. Both parties have proposed bills, but neither have agreed to each other's terms.
Joe Biden said on the matter, "We're going to come together because there's no alternative to do the right thing for the country. We're going to come together because there's no alternative" is also the logic my ex and I used for continuing to date for 2.5 more years.
That's a tough break.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah. Why does this feel like a bunch of college students like trying to work on a group project and putting it off until the last minute and everyone's on the Google Doc, Word document, fiercely typing at 11:40 when it's due at 11:59.
Yeah, I think Congress should just make a PowerPoint and let it be done with.
Yeah. Speaking of pulling all-nighters, we've been drinking a lot of coffee lately, so we took a trip down to Interzone to see how they make it. Let's give it a look. We're probably gonna talk to that camera.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm here at Interzone with Bill, and I'm gonna learn how to make some coffee today.
Oh.
All right, let's get started.
So,
Yeah.
okay. And
Are these like fine grounds?
hold a shot. It sets it, and then we'll be doing that again. Oh, for you.
Oh, thank you.
So now you'll be doing the same. Wipe everything nice and clean,
Okay.
and you're gonna just pull the lever until it fills up, and then it's okay. That's okay, because it's gonna. We'll put whatever excess is back in.
Ooh, this is heavy.
It is,
Like that?
and then that's fine. And then
So like a half one and then a complete one?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. And then up again?
Yeah, a little bit. Now go ahead and all the way down, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead, take it up, but hold on to it though. Yep, there you go. Now you can let go. You can see how like that. You have to kind of keep it. So turn this all the way to the left. Yeah, it's a while before it goes. Oh, there, you got there. So.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yep, it's hard to read sometimes. And then.
Ooh, do I get to do the banging thing?
Yep, you do. Yep. Yep, so like aim it towards the like back middle here and then start going in circles and then take it to one side and then,
Okay.
all right, now take it to one side and then go back and forth. Make the cup, oh, you want to level the cup as you're doing it though.
Okay.
Sorry. Otherwise you'll spill out everywhere. That's okay, you know what, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And-
call that a heart.
But and what is most important is see how smooth and creamy that looks.
Yeah.
That's what you want, because that way you know it's going to taste really well. No matter what little designs you get or not get, you want it to be nice and like, I don't know, just microfoam. Okay.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
It does taste.
Yeah.
It tastes really good.
Yeah,
I love the
you-
espresso
you-
here.
Yeah, it's the espresso. The crema was really nice, and then you didn't ruin the drink. You steamed the milk properly. So.
Good crema.
Kate, that looked like a ton of fun.
It was truly an enlightening experience. I had a great time, and I don't think I ever need to be a barista again. That was really hard. I do want to say congratulations to Interzone for celebrating 25 years, so snaps for that. Yeah.
Now, another piece of local culture we'd like to share with you is a band called Polypore.
Polypore is a queer alt-punk band local to the Corvallis area. We had the opportunity to record released and unreleased songs, so let's check it out.
Do you remember the cherry tree of a cherry tree now in my backyard. And every summer we eat cherries off the ground. Sorry I had to leave. I'll freeze some cherries for you. Sorry I haven't come much. I love you and I've been craving Mirabelle plums, Mirabelle plums. Two, three, four. Our sacred mother laid to rest, the pipelines lay upon their chest. They are who came before them. The sun is frothing as they shine, and I can't look them in the eyes and beg them for forgiveness. My childhood river ran too dry, like stolen tears from children's eyes. The pressure builds as we suppress it. These dams are bursting with our praise. You are the heat. You blister feet. Use more than you need. You rape the land for corn and feed. Remember me, your enemy. You corporate fucks, I'll watch you burn in front of me. Hell raised on stolen land, pastures grazed to desert sands, fires rage to living dead, till we chop your fucking heads. You are the heat. You blister feet. Use more than you need. You rape the land for corn and feed. Remember me, your enemy. You corporate fucks, I'll watch you burn in front of me. Don't you think that I will take this anymore? Lay your greed and lay your hate
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Thanks again to Polyport, and give them a listen on any and all streaming platforms.
But today we actually have a special guest in studio as well. We have Stephen Myers, who's a botany professor here at OSU. Welcome, Stephen.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome. And we have a couple questions for you. First off, what advice would you give to someone getting into botany?
If they were trying to get into botany professionally, I would say don't do it. It's a hard field to make a living in. So if they were someone I liked, I would say pick something else. I would, however, encourage them to pursue it at a hobby level as an interest. And in order to do that, and this is going to sound simplistic, but go outside and look at the plants, and you are going to find plants that your eye is drawn to. Go to those plants, look them up. All the information in the world is at our fingertips today. Look up that plant. Once you do that, I guarantee you will go down a black hole of an interest in botany that you will have for the rest of your life.
That's awesome. So in terms of like at-home botany, what would you say would happen if I watered my plants with lemonade?
That would be very stupid.
It's water, though.
Note to
No,
self, note to
no,
self.
it's-
Note to self, taking notes.
Taking notes.
It's a juice from the fruit of a plant, and it's very high in acid. And most plants have a very narrow pH zone that they can live comfortably in. And if you pour lemonade on a plant, it's going to make that soil very acidic, and it's not going to be happy.
What about something less acidic like milk?
Milk would not kill the plant, but milk is going to rot, and your house is going to smell awful.
But it's less acidic.
Also noted.
Yes, but
Noted.
it's smelly.
Fair enough. Will you tell us a little bit about Helen Gilkey?
Helen Gilkey has, for a long time, been a hero of mine. Helen was one of the first botany professors at Oregon State University. They hired her as a professor in 1918. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Helen came from a very humble background. Her father was a groundskeeper here at OSU, so she didn't come from money. Helen had big dreams. She wanted to, one, get a PhD in botany, and two, become a professor. Remember, this was the early 1900s. One,
1900s.
women did not get PhDs.
Yeah, no.
And
Nope.
two, they certainly didn't become professors.
Nope.
But she was tenacious.
Yeah.
And she first got her bachelor's degree here at OSU.
Ooh.
And the only program that would admit her was the home studies program,
Ooh.
home economics, where she learned how to
that
take
hurts,
care of a
that hurts.
household.
That
Yeah.
really hurts. That's a tough break.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
But, so she did that, and then she went to Berkeley, which then, as now, was a bit more progressive. And they admitted her, and she successfully obtained her PhD there. And then the second miracle occurred. First was getting the PhD. Second was getting a job as a professor. OSU had just created their botany department at the time, and they hired her. And I don't know why. I've never been able to find out why that happened. I assume her father had something to do with it. He was a groundskeeper here. Maybe he was friends with someone who was influential. Maybe he had dirt on somebody.
Probably literal, maybe literal and metaphor.
Literally, yes.
I mean, whatever works.
Whatever gets
Whatever
the job
works.
done. Whatever gets the job done.
But OSU benefited from whatever happened. She made the botany department what it is today. And today it is a world-class department. It is one of the biggest moneymakers at OSU. It has a number of excellent scientists who are well regarded worldwide. And that's all thanks to Helen. She wrote several books. She described several species. She taught well. OSU owes her a lot.
Yeah.
So the next time you're over by the library and you pass by Gilkey Hall,
Yeah.
please remember Helen Gilkey. And remember who that hall was named after, Gordon Gilkey.
Who is this person?
Gordon Gilkey was a dean.
A dean.
That's
Boo.
it. That's all.
That's so lame.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was, well, many ways still is a man's world, I'm afraid.
Poor Helen.
You're telling me.
Nonetheless, she will always remain one of my favorite botanists and someone I will always look up to and aspire to be. So,
Let's go, Helen. We'll
Go, Helen.
We'll keep her alive through this show.
Keep in our hearts.
Okay, our next question. Now, I've heard a little rumor that all the trees and plants on OSU's campus are native to Oregon.
who told you that?
You've been told lies, apparently.
Work told me that.
Well, go back to work and tell them they're wrong.
Okay.
The
Noted,
vast
noted.
majority of plants you see on the OSU campus are not only not from Oregon, many of them are not even from North America.
Wow.
The rhododendrons in particular, most of those are from Asia. The trees are from a variety of places. There's many from back east. Remember the people working at OSU 100 years ago, many of them were from back east. They wanted to see things they were familiar with. There's a lot of trees from the Mediterranean, many from Asia, just like the rhododendrons. If you do see a native species here on campus, some have been planted intentionally, but the vast majority just occurred here naturally.
Those rhododendrons are so beautiful.
They're so stunning.
I love seeing them on campus. How many colors do rhododendrons come in?
An infinite number of colors,
All of the colors.
All of the colors.
the entire rainbow.
The entire rainbow.
I believe that.
Yeah, I certainly do. Do trees speak to each other?
Yes, they do.
What do they say?
I don't know.
Do they talk about me?
Well, I'm certain they don't talk about you.
Me personally?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
I wouldn't bet much money on it.
We'll see what I can do.
What we do know is that trees do communicate with each other either through pheromones or through their root systems. Their roots are connected to each other with these things called mycorrhizal fungi.
Okay. I have a question. Do they look anything like these fungi?
Not even close, no.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure. No,
Okay.
they look more like my shoelaces.
Interesting.
They're not very pretty. That is an amanita. Eat that, you will die very quickly.
Noted.
Yes.
It's so pretty, though.
They are pretty.
We'll move that over here.
Put that over there.
But they are pretty to tell you, don't eat me, dummy. Don't eat me. So,
That's true.
Fair enough. Can't argue.
plants communicate lots of things to each other. They communicate if one plant is being attacked, they will warn the others. Older trees, through that root system, will transfer nutrients to the younger trees. They will also help the sick trees. And this form of communication is not just between members of the same species, but between different species. It's an incredibly complex system.
Does that mean we can communicate with trees?
You can think you communicate with trees, yes. You can. As back to your original question, what do they say to each other? Well, they obviously warn each other about danger. They help each other when they're in trouble. But remember that trees and plants in general, they've been around hundreds of millions of years before humans. And I don't think we can understand their language. It's so complex and sophisticated. What are they saying to each other? Are they telling each other they love each other? Are they whispering sweet nothings?
That's kind of
That's
sweet.
sweet.
I would
That's
not
so
be
cute. That's a sweet sentiment.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe they're talking about things that are so far over our heads, we, with our reptilian brains, simply can't understand it.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna write a romance novel about
About
trees,
two trees
talking
falling
to
in
each
love.
other. I feel like that'd be so adorable.
Yeah.
Well, we have a little bit more time, so we're actually gonna play a little game with
Okay.
you here. We have this box, and it has a secret item in it, and we're gonna describe it to you, and you have to decide whether or not we're telling the truth, whether or
Serious
not we're lying.
So we're just gonna start listing things, and then you can tell us where you think we kind of start to lie. Kayleen, do you want to start us off? What do we got in there?
Yeah.
That's an interesting sight.
So
Is it?
it's shiny.
It's
yeah,
sparkly.
it's sparkly. It also,
What do we got?
it has a plant in it.
Okay.
Do you think that's true or false?
It's got to be true.
Okay.
It's got to be.
All right. Fair enough. It also appears to be wearing something.
Clothing?
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
It's wearing a Viking helmet, like the one with horn.
Well,
the
now you're
horn.
BSing me. Now you're BSing.
Now we're messing with
Dang.
you? Okay.
Am I that bad of a liar?
Terrible. Oh my goodness.
It is wearing something though.
It is wearing something. It is, the thing that the plant is in is blue. That's true or false?
I hope it's in something.
It is in something.
If you just
it is
grabbed a
blue.
plant and threw it in there, that'd be very sad. So,
No, it's definitely well taken care of.
okay,
It's,
okay.
Yeah.
It would be the belle of the ball.
Okay.
To
I
be
think.
honest, I don't know what type of plant this is.
I don't either.
Do you want to help us out with that?
I can try.
Okay, sweet. We're gonna grab this plant
It
with
had
a
a,
hat on it.
Okay.
That's our plant. Can you help us identify that plant?
I have no idea what that thing is.
You have no idea. I think you're a botany instructor.
That is a cultivated house plant. That is not in my wheelhouse, I'm
Okay.
afraid. So.
Fair enough, but I have enough cultivated houseplants in my room to like fill this desk.
So what is it? So,
I have no idea.
ah,
I feel, oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Who's to say? Anyway, yeah. What about the plants on the desk?
that's a philodendron. That's.
Now we're just having fun with you. We're testing you now.
I'll just make up names if that.
I mean,
That's a U form.
we love making up
A
names.
U4? This-
I don't know what that is.
I think I know that's a snake plant up there.
That is a
right?
snake
Yeah, we
plant,
do got a
yes.
snake plant.
So,
That's the only houseplant name I know.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. It's been a really great time.
Yeah, it's so much fun learning about botany.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Now it is getting to be a little bit late for us. It's
It's way too late.
It's way too
It's
late.
past my bedtime.
all right. That is all we have for you. Thank you for watching the Way Too Late show. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.